to hand the mic over to Rabbi Burg.
Thank you. Thank you so much, Rabbi Saj. It's an honor to be here, really. First of all, thank you so much to the Gersons for hosting us here tonight. For me, this is a little bit of a dream come true, because when I went out to Ukraine, I felt like I wanted to share that with the folks when I came back home. And when Chaim and I bonded, because you can't fly into Ukraine, we had to fly into Moldova and drive 8 hours in the car. So we spoke for 8 hours with, I think, maybe 1 or 2 stops on the way there. So we got quite close. But really, I told them at the time, I said, I want to have you tell your story to some of my friends. So it's really good to be here tonight and have them live here in person and sharing with all of you. This is the Jewish Wisdom Society, so I'll just start with a quick piece of Jewish wisdom, which I actually shared in the synagogue when I was there for Shabbat. The only difference is when you share Jewish wisdom in Ukraine in the synagogue, you have to take a shot of vodka after every, and literally, it's like 10 people speaking, and it's quite the scene. At least for those of us not used to taking a shot after, right? But so we're not going to do that tonight. But if feel free later if you want to really get in the mood. So what I said to them there, and Chaim was kind enough to translate for the folks, the Jews that were there, was I quoted something from Rabbi Berkowitz, who's the head of our institution, the lead rabbi there. And Rabbi Berkowitz said that if you look at the first commandment, right? What is it? Right? I am the Lord your God, which makes sense, right? That's how you kick off things, right? That God is our God. But then it goes on, it says, I'm the Lord your God who took you out of Egypt. And the question that Rabbi Berkowitz asked is, okay, I understand the first commandment, right? I just mentioned this to Matt 10 minutes ago, right? The first commandment, I get it. that's, I'm the Lord your God. That makes total sense. Why would you mention Egypt? It's an incredible experience, but it's such a time-bound experience. It happened, and we left. But why would you tie that into God? This is something more eternal. So Rabbi Berkowitz quoted a commentary from about 1,500 years ago, the Smock, and the commentary, and he says the following. He said, because the commandment is not just to believe in God, it's to believe in God and He has a plan for the world. To believe in God, He has a plan for the world. And for me, this was so powerful. And obviously that's why Egypt's connected. That was that plan. But it was so powerful just to know as I go about the things that I do, and all of us do it, that there's this plan in the world, and we're a part of it. And so, when they originally, Chaim and Rabbi Azman came to my office in Jerusalem, 1 Western Wall Plaza, overlooking the Temple Mount, and we sat and speaking, and they were explaining to me what was going on there, refugees and all the different things. I said, what can I do? And they said, well, you can come and kind of uplift the community. I said, great, I'll come. And they named all these other names of people that were also going to come, right? When I got to Ukraine, I'm like, where are all these people? Well, they all canceled. So I was the only guy that wound up actually coming. But it was fabulous for me to go there as a Jew and to basically say to the community that, we're here with you. Right, Osmond is Chabad, right? I'm from Aish. We're here as brothers together, and we haven't forgotten you. And there was a big, when everything first started with the refugees and people going to border, it was a 2-day, line to cross the border. I mean, thankfully, it didn't take us that long. And a whole balagan there. Everyone was focused and helping in Moldova and Romania and Warsaw and all different places. And then, we kind of move on with our lives. And we're not thinking about the fact of what's actually going on there. And I... for me, I help them. They deliver, and you'll hear more about it from my husband, 35,000 boxes of food a month to the Jews that are still there in Kiev. And I personally met 3 different Holocaust survivors, right, who fled the Nazis and then fled the Russians, right? And they were literally walking to homes where they don't have power, and they were bringing those boxes. And a woman told me, it was really powerful. Chaim and I were there together. She said that her whole life, she never really played up her Judaism. Not she was embarrassed, but it was never like a plus. It was only a negative because of anti-Semitism, things that go on. She's like, but now, I have food to eat because I'm Jewish, because my Jewish brothers and sisters take care of me. And she mentioned Zelensky, who's there, is viewed very much as a hero in the country because he didn't flee, he stood to fight, right? She's like, first time in my life, this is an older woman, I feel really proud to be Jewish. And so for me to be there and to give these Jews hugs and to show them that as a community, as a brother and sisterhood, we never forget about each other. Frankly, I think if you ask me what the most important thing that has kept us going for the last 2,000 years is that we never leave a Jew behind, that we are always there for each other, no matter what happens, no matter what the circumstances. So it was very, very powerful weekend for me. I'm incredibly glad I was there, able to make such close friends. And, you know, I want to introduce a hero. I don't know any other really way to say it, but really, you know, for Chaim and Rabbi Azman and his whole crowd, not only did they arrange the buses, you know, and you can imagine what that was like for all the people that left and help everyone get out that wanted to get out. They stayed for everyone that couldn't get out, right? They could be hanging out in Israel or America and you know, living a beautiful life, but literally they are there for the community and they're taking care of them. A tremendous amount of security guards sitting in their front lobby for a lot of you know, obvious reasons, but these are heroes.